So this was tweeted by Cointelegraph, which was cool. And it says, Eric Wall is the prime antagonist against Richard Hart and HEX. And he was prepared to throw in his job at NASDAQ rather than stop feuding with IOTA. He says he's fighting the good fight. What's your initial thoughts on this, on everything that, is I just said? And
well, it looks like the picture looks like it's like a pride flag behind him or something. I was like, it's like they're like proud gay man Eric Wall.
and the suit, yeah,
the purple bow tie. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't read the article or anything. I just saw it and I was like, oh, that's funny. It's good. It's funny. What I did think was interesting was I was like, wow, they're really promoting Richard Hart and HEX a lot lately. They were talking about the SEC because they never talked about HEX and Richard Hart, but now Cointelegraph or CoinDesk had an article about HEX influencers, attacked by the SEC. Some guy on TikTok actually tried to, throw that article in my face in the comment section. I was like, bro, you don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, it's interesting. And then I saw the Bankless guys have been like tweeting about HEX. It's
yeah.
Like, wow, we're so legitimate now. Everyone's talking about us. This is so great. So it's interesting how they say Eric Wall, his main claim to fame now is that he's the prime antagonist against Richard Hart and HEX. All of the other shit he did doesn't matter, apparently. We're what matter. So that's kind of funny to me.
That's a very good point.
How it's framed like that.
No, that is
now so many people are going to be like, oh, he's a prime antagonist against what? Richard Hart and HEX. Let me look them up. And then like, boom.
Yeah, so. No, that is a great point. And that's something that Richard Hart briefly mentioned, like why people are, fighting HEX, because like there's nothing else happening everywhere else. All the other communities are gone. This is where it's happening. And yeah, Bankless is forced to talk about it. And Cointelegraph, that's a big one. They're forced to talk about it. So that is big. But without further ado, we could hop right into the article.
Alrighty.
Which is by
excellent
Cointelegraph magazine. Oh yeah. There's multiple cryptocurrency communities who have me as their favorite hate object, basically, says crypto analyst Eric Wall, formerly known as the altcoin slayer. But actually, you know what? I am grateful for Eric Wall, because like this coverage would not be happening if not for Eric Wall. He is a decently big name in the crypto space, and he has a lot of connections with these big companies, and him being the HEX troll does generate a lot of coverage from them because they're affiliated with him. These big news agencies are affiliated with Eric Wall, and Eric Wall is affiliated with HEX. And honestly, it is like he loves us. His life would be so boring without us. He knows it. We know it. And we're happy to have Eric Wall as a troll. But yeah, respect to Eric Wall. Although he's had a variety of jobs in the crypto in the industry, including a stint as Arcane Assets Chief Investment Officer, Eric Wall is probably best known for his SHIT posting and arguing with people on crypto Twitter. Just like any other person, I'm scrolling my Twitter feed, and then you see people just say dumb, that is incorrect, and that is based on a lie. And then I just argue with that person. And then those arguments lead to long-form medium articles, he says, with just a faint trace of a Swedish accent. I'm just trying to correct incorrectness in the space. This is like the Chad and Virgin meme. He's been working on a super secret project ever since he left Arcane early last year. So he doesn't have an official title apart from blockchain research. It's super secret. And board member for Ethereum Scaling Solutions, the Starknet Foundation. super secret. After our
can't talk about it.
Yeah. After arguing with people for years for free, more recently, Wall has been attempting to make money from challenging antagonists to a bet, and has already semi-literally begun collecting the skulls of his enemies. Uh,
Oh,
that has been paying
yeah.
off in tungsten cubes and actual money, he says. Uh, there's multiple cryptocurrency communities who have me as their favorite hate object. Basically, they want to put it in your plate. They want to put you in your place. All they have, and they have all sorts of idiotic ideas. Wall recently moved to Portugal from Sweden, attracted by the crypto-friendly regulation and the lifestyle, and for safety reasons. After the next most prominent crypto future in Sweden was physically attacked in an attempt to steal his crypto. Uh, wow.
That's crazy.
He explains the tax system there is so transparent that anyone can look up your net wealth. If you combine that with the fact that you're in crypto, and it's very easy to pick out targets in Sweden, he says. Wall says he paid for the rent on his new flat through the hatred of hexagons. He's been at Lager, well deserved, man. We're happy to support you. You give us a lot of coverage, so I'm not even tripping. He's been at loggerheads with the Hex community since 2019, when founder Richard Hart explained the scheme to him. The scheme. In February last year, he made a bet with Hexagon Dixon Piper that Hex, then trading at 18, would reach a new all-time high by February 2023. While he hasn't won yet, he almost certainly will, given Hex's current price. Yeah, that's true. He probably will. After Hex plunged to 4 cents, he was able to hedge the bet and lock in a profit of $16,000 to pay for his apartment in Lisbon. I have this place now with just the most amazing view that I've ever seen in my life. I see the entire Portuguese coast. Hey, you were in Portugal.
That's right.
Have you been around here? Is it nice?
I've been to Lisbon. Yeah, Lisbon's cool. It's chaotic as crap. But it's a really cool place. I mean,
All
Portugal's
right.
beautiful. It's very beautiful.
So he says he sees the entire Portuguese coast from that window, from that balcony. I can have these hexagons telling me how stupid I am while looking at that view. So we don't have to. Should we read this part with the? Well, kudos to him. I can't hate on that.
You
But
can still lose the bet though. You got 7 days or 6 days.
True.
What's behind the wall? Oh, this is great journalism.
Cute. And then Erica. Hence the rainbow.
Oh man.
But what's your thoughts on that? On him making a living off trolling Hex?
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's funny. It's a funny article. It's funny journalism. Just the way it's all written. So like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Sure.
no, it is funny. It is funny. I guess, I didn't know he was making money off this. I guess, if he's making money off this trolling, I think it's not something I would do, and it's definitely not something that, high class, high caliber people engage in. But I am grateful for it. And well deserved. I mean, he did make a bet, and it's looking like he's going to win it, although he may not. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out. But kudos to him for that, and I guess God bless. Not something that I would do, and definitely not. Yeah, definitely not something that like serious people do. But it has helped Hex a lot, and the testament to that is really getting coverage by Cointelegraph. I remember there was a big cryptocurrency space, a Twitter space that I tuned into that had like thousands of people from different communities, and they were all listening to Eric Wall talk about Hex and talk about how Richard is like delusional and this and that and whatever. And it's like, wow, that's amazing. Would not have happened if not for someone like himself. So I like what he's doing, to say the least. But what do you think?
Yeah, I like Eric Wall. I actually found like a 4-hour conversation between him and Dev Kyle on YouTube the other day. It has like 8,000 views. Have you seen that?
I've not seen that.
I didn't know it existed. I'm going to link it because it was really good. I didn't know. It's from a year ago. But yeah, it's about 4 hours. But Dev Kyle, like the super smart Hex dev, he and Eric Wall talk about Hex, and then they talk about Pulse Chain too. But it's like they're talking about like the Binance Smart Chain Pulse Chain, and then but they said in it they're like, oh yeah, let's meet up in a year in August 2023 or 2022 or something. Let's meet up in August and talk. So hopefully, maybe they'll do it again sometime because it was really interesting to hear them talk. And I think Dev Kyle had some really good defense of Hex. So worth listening to, definitely.
Yeah, and I know he also was on Corey Costa. But
yeah, that was good. That was a good talk as well.
I don't think he even thinks Richard Hart's a scammer. I just think he thinks that Hex isn't going to do well. And I think he really likes Richard Hart a lot. I think they are very fond of each other, actually. I think a lot of it is just that Eric Wall knows that it gets some engagement. And I say not to engage with trolls, but that's because I'm talking about trolls that, are smaller than you and, it doesn't benefit you. But if someone's got such a following, it may be worthwhile engaging if they're going back and forth with you, but that's up to you. But yeah, I guess we'll catch up on the chats for now. We got 33 watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you go to furufinance.com and you book that one-on-one, okay? Schedule a free call today. Then you press schedule. You could also join the Patreon, support me and support you. Great benefits, great discounts, live courses, recorded courses, Zoom meetings, Discord, patron shout outs, direct messaging, all those things. Linking that in the description. So,
very nice.
Go hit that link, please. And go to furufinance.com and book your free one-on-one today. But